NASA.
I've
Jason?
heard of them.
Yes. Jason, what do you think about NASA?
I feel like a lot of the other companies are like SpaceX and other places are getting more ahead. you know?
Really? Oh, wow. That's surprising, actually.
Yeah.
Because NASA says that they're going to be putting people on the moon. And I don't mean the new mission to the moon. I
Okay.
mean living on the moon.
Okay. Opens up like a whole can of worms of like logistics of putting people on the moon. But let me hear the rest of this story.
Yes. So NASA wants to build a space colony on the moon by 2040. Jason, what year is it?
In 2023.
Yes. So in 17 years, they want to put people on the moon, living on the moon
Living on the
in
moon?
homes.
Would their home on the moon be an American home?
It better be an American home. That's all I have to
That's
say.
gonna be crazy because like imagine the space war because like
Oh
this
my
is
God.
new America.
Oh my God. Actually, yeah, thinking about it, they are like an American company. So it would make sense. But the thing is, too, that NASA has partnered with Icon, a pioneering construction company,
Oh, interesting.
to build dwellings using 3D printers and
Oh
concrete made from space material.
yeah, the regolith or whatever the moon dust.
Yes. Apparently, it's very toxic.
Yeah, it's like really sharp supposedly.
Yeah, so apparently the thing is that using these 3D printers and using the techniques, it should theoretically take out the toxicity of this material.
I think it's more like the breathing. You can't breathe it in because
Yeah.
it'll like basically give you black lung. Like it'll like
Oh my God.
it'll clog up your lungs, I think, or destroy them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I had a couple more things to say about this
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
later. But this I'm going to jump a little bit ahead on this because you did mention that the concrete and the walls using these 3D printers are said to theoretically withstand the harsh environments of the
moon.
of the moon. Yes. So
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's very interesting that. But I'm jumping ahead there. Let me continue on to say that more than 50 years after the astronaut Neil Armstrong became the first person to walk on the moon,
Supposedly.
as part of the Apollo 2 mission.
Conspiracy, yeah.
Oh, God bless America. Oh my God. Okay. So, yeah, NASA believes by 2024 the Americans will be living on the moon, which is kind of crazy just to even say that because I
Yeah.
feel like the rapid development of this and like even 3D printers is just so crazy, and just in general, I can't even fathom right now how people would be living on the moon.
I think it's interesting because the stuff that I read was that these moon dwellings would be inside of caves on the moon, like moon caves or I don't know, like it's just underground housing, so they wouldn't have to like worry about building anything. They just go and like basically make a door to this
Oh my
cave
God.
and be good. Because yeah, building outside is pretty tough because like you'd have to like find water too because that all depends on water because concrete you need mix but also need water to add to the mix.
So okay, let me continue
Oh,
on
okay,
with
okay.
this, and then I'll get right to that because that's very important too.
Let 'em
So
cook.
so many in the scientific community are kind of skeptical about this time frame.
I mean, it's really quick.
It is
is
really quick.
really quick.
Yeah, that's 17 years from now. Like I told you, I can't even fathom that people could possibly even be living on the moon. I know eventually it could possibly happen,
Yeah.
but I just don't know if it's that quickly.
Well, cause like, would they be buying land on the moon? Like,
I don't
or
know
would they
how-
just like
I don't
be
even know how
leasing
that would work.
the place? Like
First come, first serve.
first come first serve to the moon. I mean, like there's a lot of like logistics of living on the moon and like why. What would you even do as a job there? I guess telecommute. You telecommute to work. I guess
Oh my
remote
God.
job
So-
from the moon.
So you brought up logistics, and I know you brought it up earlier. One of the struggles, and I think one of the key parts about this is that logistics is important because they can only bring so much payload on the rockets to the moon. So logistically, it's already a challenge to bring up the necessary materials to build homes on the moon.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think a lot of people forget, because you could say it's like, oh, 3D printers, all the materials on the moon. It's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think logistically, I think a lot of people are having, just thinking about it, it's like maybe that time frame isn't feasible, but NASA says otherwise. They said that they have a time frame that they think is reasonable to hit all like key milestones to get people up there by 2040. But I mean, that's pretty ambitious.
That is pretty ambitious, because like you'd have to start immediately, because like you'd have to like have a spaceship that's able to go to the moon, and then you'd have to like bring the stuff to make a 3D printer on the moon.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to like confirm that like you can build a 3D printed house on the moon, and then you have to make sure that that house doesn't like degrade over time, and then like all of a sudden like your 3D printed house like collapses for some reason. Like,
oh my god!
Like it's the space storm. I don't know. Like,
but think about it though. If they do caves on the moon,
that's less likely to.
That's less likely to get destroyed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think their goal is like full on houses.
Full on houses.
Yeah, I think that's their goal. But NASA did mention that they have all the right people together at just the right time for all of this.
That's interesting.
It's because they're collaborating more with people, with different companies, to
fair.
be able to achieve what they want to achieve. Because I feel like NASA lately has been collaborating with a lot more people.
I think it's easier for them to get contractors to do stuff than to have in-house.
Yeah.
It's like there's like a logistical thing, and like they have more hoops to like go through, and more like codes to like follow. If you have it through a contractor, it's like, here's the money and I need this part that fits this like these things, get it done, and then it's like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, and I do agree with that. But let us know in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you think that this time frame is feasible? 2040 is pretty ambitious, at least.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah, it's legitimately right around the corner. But they are sending people to the moon like in a few years.
Are they going to 3D print something up there?
Hopefully. They better 3D.
To meet the timetables.
No.
Jeez.
Oh my God, you're right. But also, yeah, let us know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We also put out videos daily. We have a library of over 200 videos. I'm pretty sure there's something in there that you will like.
Yeah, and we have another video that's like about how they wanted to simulate a Mars colony.
Oh, you're right. That is true. And
they're already doing the experiment right now. Like, people are living in a Mars colony like simulation for like a year.
That's crazy. That is crazy to even think about. Also, the astronaut spacesuits are going to be dripped out in Prada.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot happening. Oh my God, yes. If you're in a hype beast, imagine being able to buy that.
That's true. I mean, it's probably expensive.
Yeah. Someone's willing to buy it.
Yeah. How much would you pay to have moon property?
Hopefully less than a mortgage in the U.S. or Canada.
I mean, the property value on the moon is zero.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hopefully $0 then, but then I'd pay to build the house, which is arguably cheaper.
Let us know down below if you got this far. Let us know down below if you remember those infomercials where you buy like stars in the sky.
Oh my God!
You're like, that's my star, like the crater on the moon. You're like, oh, I bought that crater.
It's okay. Okay. Also, this is the very last thing. Very last thing. Would you rather buy? Would you rather buy real estate in the metaverse or on the moon? Yeah, they're both. Let us know in the comments down below what you think.
If NASA is selling me the moon space, I'd buy it. I think
instead of Mark Zuckerberg.
No, yeah, I think if like the government says like, oh yeah, you have that.
Oh,
you have, like
yeah,
the deed to like the moon land, and you're like, that's my land.
Oh my God. Okay, let us know in the comments down below.